Okay, so today I am going to be talking about the decolonization of religion in Alaska and the work of Linda Infante Lyons. Decolonization is a movement that rejects the culture that has been built around white colonialism. The native survivors of colonialism are reclaiming their lost culture through self-expression. Linda Infante Lyons is a registered Alutiiq Alaskan native from Anchorage. She uses oil paint to capture the Alaskan landscape she was raised in and to create icon portraits of Alutiiq women in the style of Russian Orthodox iconographic paintings. Lyons states that, "My intention of these paintings is to decolonize, recover lost culture, and empower Alaskan Native culture and identity." To better understand the colonization that occurred in Alaska, we must go back to the 1780s when Russian fur traders first arrived on the Kodiak archipelago. They brought with them disease, starvation, forced work camps, and the oppression of Alutiiq culture. Along with the fur traders came Russian Orthodox missionaries who quickly established churches. The Alutiiq people found an unlikely ally in the missionaries, who defended their native culture. They set up schools to educate, translated church texts into Alutiiq, and tended to the sick. The relationship between the church and Alaskan Native communities is still going strong today. A lot of the customs and traditions the current Alaskan Orthodox Church practices are interwoven with the Alutiiq culture and customs. Practitioners of the faith have made it their own. The relationship with the church was not the same for many other Native Americans. The 17th century brought a period of religious conversion and cultural denial. European culture was confused with the gospel and was not liberating for Native Americans. The reason Orthodoxy was so successful in Alaska was because it allowed the individual to define what it means to be Native and Christian. Papushka, a painting by Linda Infante Lyons, touches on the blending of Orthodox Christianity and Alutiiq culture. This painting is a portrait of Lyons' Alutiiq grandmother, inspired by Christian icon portraits. Similar imagery can be seen in Sano di Pietro's Madonna and Child. Madonna and Child portrays a classic religious scene of the Virgin Mary holding an infant Jesus in her arms. Their gazes are locked, as if the viewer is an outsider looking in on a tender moment between a mother and child. The two figures are draped in detailed garments. Their heads are encircled in golden halos, signifying that they are touched by the divine spirit of God. The figures in Papushka bear the same halos characteristic of religious icon paintings. The interaction between the figures in Papushka is a bit different. The woman stares forward as if she's aware the viewer is there. Instead of a plain gold background, the scene of Papushka is set against a rosy Alaskan landscape. The woman wears not one, but two halos. One is the same golden halo that the child wears. The other is a more intricate headpiece made of masks. The two halos represent the two worlds of religion and culture. Their union has created a new, more interesting piece that the woman proudly wears. The masks in the halo are very similar in appearance to Alutiiq ceremonial masks used in celebrations and winter dance ceremonies. In Alutiiq culture, women had an important role as shamans and healers. These masks helped them to communicate with the spirits that controlled life. The doll that the child clutches in its fist is a wooden artifact carved in a similar manner. The child represents the generations of children, both white and non-white, raised under the fusion of Orthodoxy and Alutiiq culture. The child bears the halo, but also clutches a wooden doll, similar to those recovered from an archaeological site in Karluk, the same village that Lyons' grandmother was raised in. The goal of Lyons' icon paintings is to show that Alutiiq culture and Christianity should have the same level of significance. Papushka successfully portrays this idea. Lyons is using her platform as an artist to decolonize religion and the art world. It is up to the individual to decide how to keep their culture alive and what it means to be Christian and Native.